This is Jason and Jason's Jungle, and I'm going to do a quick skeet around the plot at the beginning of September just to show you what's happening. I've got quite a bit of pricking out to do, which I'll be getting to later on and potting up. So my seedlings here definitely need to be potted up and get out as soon as possible. I've also got some onions in here. They're leaning towards the light. Those ones are tough ball F1 multi-sold modules, and then down here in this tray here we've got my walking onions bulbs. So these are the bulbs from the top. Then going in here we've got some of the little combs from the elephant garlic. So I need to get a bit there up to the top so they can get more light. Cucumbers still going. Gonna have to beat them to death with a stick soon. I'm sick of them. But if you look down there you can see me trombone squash. Oh, they're looking great. I'm letting them mature, and that'll give us some nice squash in the winter. My tomatoes stubbornly refusing to turn red. This is in the polytunnel. The greenhouse, the tomatoes have gone. I'll show you that in a minute. But I'm putting down, if you look down there you can probably see banana skins. Got a few more to throw along today. Hopefully they'll start turning soon. I don't know, do you take all your leaves off? Some people have said take all the leaves off, some people say no. I mean, the leaves need to produce sugars. I have no idea, do I take them all off or not? Let us know down in the comments, please. My melons have, well, that is my melon. Not looking good for harvest. But next to it, my peppers. These are my, I think these are bird's eye. That's covered in loads of peppers, just got to get them ripened. Hope they do that. And there's loads of bird's eye peppers coming in. There's a few other ones. No habaneros, but I've got some of my bull's horns over there that are growing. Cucumber melons died off. I haven't been getting down to the plot as much as I want to because of work, and it's obviously needing more water. I'm not too much of a loss about that. And I've got some carrot seeds coming up under here. So we'll see how well they do later on in the year, about November-ish. And that's it for in here. Look at this, that's the mashwa. Wasn't too sure if I was going to take off, but it's now covering this gallows, and it's doing quite nicely. So these are the squashes in the jungle. This year I've put all sort of like bush and semi-bush varieties, so they're mini plants. This one is gold nugget. As you can see, they'd only do small individual size squashes, but they do a few of them, so I'm hoping that these all ones that are on there will grow and swell and give us a reasonable size squash. What I am going to do is go to the end, and now I'm going to pinch off the immature but unfertilized flowers and the growing tip, so that it just goes into the actual plant, into the fruit that's on there. So I'm hoping that will encourage it to get ripe quicker. But if we move along, it's quite dense in here. This is a wall from, not a wall, this is a butler bush which hasn't done a single female fruit yet. There's a couple of female flowers on it, but nothing's come from it. Next one along, this is Casperini, I think, or something, Casper something. I'll put the name underneath. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on there, and that's doing quite nicely, so I should have some reasonable squash up there. I'll leave this one on, but I'll take the rest of the growing tip off. So I'll make it 5 off of that plant, which is what I reckon is a good number. This one here, this is Amazonka. Look at these. Nice one there. Couple nice there, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6 on here. So that's like a little mini pumpkin. Amazonka. We come along here. This one doesn't seem to have any on. I think this is a Table King. Yes, here it is. It's only got immature there. So I'll leave them on. No point taking them off and just see what comes of it. It's got a couple of months left before the frost hit. So they may grow. But this one here, there's two pumpkins on here, two squashes. Little Bear, it's called. And there are a couple of nice green squashes there. Now we have another golden nugget, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this one as well. Nope, 5. So again, I'll go in, I'll pull off the immature, unfertilised females and the grown tips. And that should hopefully throw all its energy into the fruit that it's got. Next one is another Table King. It's got a couple of fruit in there. 1, 2. Yeah, I can just say 2 at the minute. But they need to grow. Next one is a couple of, I think it's a Little Bear again. It's hard to tell because all my labels have been washed off. And it's got 2 nice little fruit on there. Okay, we'll come back over here. This is a wallflower. This is another butter bush, I think, and it's done absolutely nothing. So I'm not looking to get a large crop of butter bush. As you can see, this is another Table King. That's the largest one we've got so far. Hopefully it's good. They should be dark green when they're mature. So they've got quite a bit of growing to do. This one, so I don't know if that's the one from over there, but the name is what's on. This is the Amazonka we struck, is this? Yeah. No. I'm getting confused, there's so much in here. We've got, yeah, that's the Amazonka. And there's a Harlequin. You've only got 1 of them. They're lovely, sweet them. Great filled with custard, but they fall over, so they've got the point on. Looks like this is a continuation of the Amazonka over there. And then we have another Little Bear there. So I'll be getting some squash off of here. I took up the old strawberries and I planted some new ones. These ones, I can't remember the name, they are in F1. They're supposed to be day neutral. Which means they keep blooming until the weather gets cold, and as you can see they're blooming and they have red strawberries on, and we are in September, so hopefully that's going to be a long-term crop. And the ones that I split up the other week are in here. These are delays and they've taken, so hopefully they'll get the roots down and survive the winter and give me more next year. Next up we have my courgettes, still going strong. This has got a couple that are nearly ready to harvest. This was a late sowing. The idea that my early sowing would stop and this one would take over. So that's Zephyr. This is Crookneck, which has a few still going on. I haven't had many off this, but they're nice. So I've got enough there for some soup. And then we go into well, this one is a green courgette, not courgette at all. I think the same over there. But this is another Zephyr, and you can see it's still laden with fruit. And it looks like by the time these are finished, that other one will be laden with fruit that are ready. So yeah, I'm going to have a continued harvest till the frost kills them off. So my Orash, the red Orash, callaloo, and at the back my tree spinach. Been picking them and eating them, and now they're going to flower, but I'll pick the flower as well, they're edible. And I might do some of this to try and see how I can can these. with the goal of preserving it till to the winter. I'm new to canning, so I'm just doing small experiments with it. This would have to be pressure canned because it's not acidic. There's my tomatoes in the greenhouse, or rather lack of them. They got blighted, pulled them out, and I've made a whole load of chutney out of them. Sweet potatoes aren't really grown. I was hoping to get more leaf off of them, but they just haven't put out. This is my one and only butter bush, so it might need that I need to grow it in the tunnel or in the greenhouse. I've got my chocha, which is getting lots of fruit on. Nice spiky little fruit. They're all soft, like little bits of rubbery type things, but that's about the size I should be picking them. Yeah, the size, the taste, a little cucumbery. I could even taste it, but the seeds on are edible. They're not hard. I could even take them a little bit younger. Yeah. Cucumbers. Cucumber, second cucumber, third cucumber, fourth cucumber, fifth cucumber, sixth cucumber. Then another cucumber over there, prunitiva, and I think that's it. So they're slowing down, but they're still producing. Up here is my upree. Started off in pots from really small bulbs, and I'll be planting them out in November. And my peppers in here aren't doing too good, but they're going red. There's not many of them. And there's a few more over here. These cayenne type, I can't remember. Yeah, no, these were bird's eye. Yeah, and right at the back I've got my Trinidad perfumes. So I've got a few coming. I've never been good at peppers, so anything's better than nothing. As you can probably see, the lettuce here is bolted. Lettuce on the other side is bolted. It's all got to come out and get replaced with something else later on. This is my bean bed, so you can see that the gigantes when I've been start to dry on the pods. So that's good, so I can start harvesting them for lovely dried beans, which is what I use these ones for. I use most of my beans as dried beans. Endives, bolted. I think these are, oh, what type were these again? Sprite, I think they were. Come off, yes, I think these were Sprite, and or they're Sprite, and these go Californian Wonder. Or, well, I've got Californian Wonder, Sprite and Dalmatian beans, and purple teepee. I can tell the purple teepee because they're purple, but I should be able to tell when I split the beans up what they are. Then there's the borlotta. Now look at that, beautiful red, so they should be ripe soon. This bed, a couple of outdoor cucumbers that I planted late because they're well, look at that one, nice and curly. I think that's the another one up there, another one down there. So I'm producing, these are produced as well. I think these are caracellos, which is really a melon. I think it's a cucumber. This is what they look like when they're mature, when they're fully grown. They're quite nice. And I've got sprouts over here, and that's basically most of the plot. That's worth saying.